Welcome viewers to the Saturday, March 15th edition of 284 News. I am Jaco Wooding, bringing you our top stories from this week. Thank you so much for joining us. We begin with news that the federal release dates for Kadeem Stephan Maynard and Olivine Pickering Maynard have suddenly been moved up, raising questions about the circumstances behind their early exits from prison. More in this report.
Kadeem Maynard, originally sentenced to 57 months in prison for his role in a cocaine importation conspiracy involving former Premier Andrew Foy, is now set for release on April 6, 2025, a date notably far earlier than his sentence would suggest. His mother, Olivine Maynard, a former BVI Ports Authority official, is scheduled for release even sooner, next week on March 21st, 2025. Both had pleaded guilty and cooperated extensively with U.S. authorities in exchange for reduced sentences, offering significant information and testimony which would be instrumental in the prosecutor's case against Andrew Foy. While no official statement has been made regarding the sudden adjustments to their release schedules, records from the U.S. Department of Justice reflect the new dates. Under federal law, the U.S. government can request a sentence reduction post-conviction if a defendant provides significant cooperation that aids in prosecuting others. Despite the legal mechanisms that could allow for sentence reductions, the lack of public documentation has fueled speculation about specifics behind the Maynards' early releases. Given that their cooperation agreements were sealed, details remain scarce regarding how much additional assistance they provided and whether further deals were made behind closed doors. It is notable that in high-profile federal cases, particularly those involving international drug trafficking, such adjustments are not uncommon, but are often not widely publicized. Jaco Wooding, 284 News.
Meanwhile, just over 4 months after her unceremonious dismissal, at-large Representative Lorna Smith, OBE, is returning to Premier Dr. Natalia Wheatley's cabinet in a role similar to her previous position, according to a joint announcement made Tuesday.
The Honorable Lorna Smith, OBE, will return to the ranks of government. Her invaluable support to me during the Asia mission and the international respect she commands in the field of financial services and among the business community clearly demonstrates that her experience would be best utilized as a member of the government for the benefit of our economy and people at this time. I'm personally pleased to have her back and to have her support. I'll be recommending to His Excellency the Governor that she be appointed Minister of State for Financial Services and Economic Development. This is a senior role within the government, necessary to both reflect her experience and to reinforce her position when dealing with external stakeholders. I'll be talking with the Governor to assess how we best put this into effect quickly. In her role, Honorable Smith will be responsible for financial services, including domestic banking, economic diversification and investment promotion, and trade and investment, including shared responsibility for climate finance. The expansion of the Virgin Islands small and medium-sized enterprises sector will also be within her remit. Additionally, the ministry will be responsible for business regulation, economic planning, and consumer affairs. As you would expect, Honorable Smith will lead engagement on these subjects nationally and internationally, engaging with foreign governments, international organizations, and other external stakeholders, including business, investors, and media. We'll work very closely together to ensure consistency and cohesion of government policy.
The cabinet reshuffle comes at the expense of Dr. Carl Dawson, who has been stripped of his title as Junior Minister for Agriculture and Fisheries. Wheatley has announced plans to appoint Dawson as Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, a position currently held by at-large Representative Honorable Stacey Mather, who sits in the opposition.
The Honorable Carl Dawson will no longer serve as Junior Minister for Agriculture and Fisheries. He has made a tremendous contribution to the work of this government in these key areas. I commend him for his dedication and commitment to our farmers and fisher folk. I'm pleased that as a member of my government, he will continue to support me in my capacity as the Minister for these subjects and be the parliamentary focal point in these areas. Additionally, I'll be writing to the clerk to give notice of my intention to move a motion to make Honorable Dawson Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly. He has a wealth of experience and is more than capable of holding such a position.
Smith's return marks a dramatic reversal from last year's cabinet shakeup. Smith appeared alongside the Premier in a special announcement to confirm the reinstatement.
At the Premier's invitation, as he said, I recently joined the BVI delegation on a mission to Asia. There, I engaged with longtime friends and associates who have worked with our country over many years. While we remain optimistic about the future of our key economic sectors, there is no denying that the growing concerns and challenges are there. How we respond is critical and will determine our continued positive standing, not only in Asia, but globally. I firmly believe that given my experience and long-standing relationships, I can make a meaningful contribution to that response. And I believe I can best serve our country in the role that the Premier has just outlined. Throughout my career, I have been driven by a singular mission: to secure a brighter future for the Virgin Islands and its people. That future is only possible if we build a resilient economy, one that provides opportunities for all Virgin Islanders. The growth and development of our business sector, particularly our financial services, is central to that vision. One of my core focuses in this role will be ensuring that more Virgin Islanders see themselves in this industry, not just as bystanders, but as active participants and as beneficiaries.
The administration has provided limited information about the timeline for the official transition of responsibilities. The move also strengthens the government's numbers in the House of Assembly to an 8-to-5 ratio with the opposition. And viewers, with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 7. Introducing Travi Rose, Creative Director. Alex Lake, Businessman. Sean Black, Cinematographer. Dakari Wheatley Adams, Content Creator. Donandre Millwood, Educator and Musician. Hashim Dream, Entertainer. James Todman Sr., Contractor. Dr. Albert Tompkins, Psychotherapist. Walter Barrett, Author. Rakim Todman, Producer and Engineer. Kamal Letsome, Photographer. Roosevelt Smith III, Sales Manager and Hospitality Professional. Leland Abraham, IT Technician and Cybersecurity Analyst. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, every Wednesday at 8 p.m., exclusively on 284 Media. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redefine yourself through the stories of real-life heroes. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, Raising a Generation of Greatness. Voted Top 35 Gentleman Podcast Worldwide by FeedSpot and BI Icon Award winner.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. We continue with news that the Elmore Stout High School has emerged as champions of the 2025 Inter-Secondary Debate Competition following a fierce competition with the Virgin Islands School of Technical Studies. Here's how things went down.
Everything is possible for him who possesses courage and activity. And to the timid and hesitating, everything is impossible because it seems so.
I stand before you today as the second speaker of the proposition to reaffirm our argument that compared to traditional schooling, a STEAM-focused education system better prepares students for the future.
It was this very traditional schooling system that carried humanity through some of the greatest periods of advancement in history. The Industrial Revolution, the Renaissance, and even the construction of the Egyptian pyramids. Feats accomplished without half of the infrastructure or technology we possess today.
Both first and second speaker of the proposition stated that if we do not foster interest early, we risk being left behind. Mr. Moderator, while that may be true, what we are advocating for is the common sense use of technology. As our second speaker alluded to, we must build our fundamentals first before we introduce technology into the equation. Otherwise, the current trend of our falling fundamentals will turn into a free fall.
The third speaker of the opposition stated, not all jobs require STEAM education skills. One of the biggest flaws in this argument, not all jobs require STEAM, is that it assumes that the job market will remain static. But this is simply not true.
Social media is a major cause of addictions in our youth. If you take a look around, you will see many youth stuck to their devices, and they are basically inseparable from their device. It makes it hard for students to focus on their schoolwork and lowers their learning capabilities.
My first point is, education is a right, and denying it may cause a juvenile to go deeper into the criminal life. My second point is, second chances and rehabilitation is needed in the growing of youth.
Minimum GPA means the lowest GPA they can have while still participating in the sport that they do. No, I do not think that they should be required to maintain a minimum GPA because, one, it causes stress on the athlete and it may lead them to do worse in their respective sport. As a student athlete myself who just returned from a trip to Costa Rica, I experienced this firsthand, and I saw that some of my grades that were usually high, they dropped a little lower. So I believe this.
Some students use AI to help with feedback on their schoolwork and also to find resources for information, such as videos, articles, and YouTube videos, and other resources. However, many students use AI to do all the thinking for them. For example, they put prompts into AI so it can write out a whole essay. Is this beneficial for their critical thinking skills? Absolutely not. This is making their mental mindset lazy, so it is damaging their critical thinking skills.
The reality is that the world that we are preparing students for does not exist. And the traditional education system has focused more so on content and knowledge in terms of facts, how do you acquire knowledge versus how do you really become solution-oriented, how do you solve problems, how do you innovate. The reality is that the Virgin Islands must consider what its next economic pillar will be. In order to do that, we need persons who will think critically, who will look at problems and seek to become the innovators that will solve those problems and institute changes ultimately to the benefit of generations to come.
The last speaker today, I think, drove the point home. Economies that have embraced innovation are leading the world, and we cannot afford any longer to be on the back end of innovation.
Like, we love the content of each debater. They came and they had really good content, and to do that in 1 minute, I'm telling you, when I was in high school, you would not see me up here doing any form of speaking publicly. They were good organization. It was real good. You had introduction, you had your points, and you had your conclusion. We also loved your clarity, your articulation, and your modulation.
This was a difficult debate, more difficult on one side of the debate than it was on the other. but we are pleased to see how it was handled. On both sides, we have to commend the coaches of these teams. We are seeing
In other news, Fleming House has claimed the title of 2025 Elmore Stout High School Inter-House Champions, emerging victorious in a closely contested two-day competition held at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground on Thursday and Friday last week. More in this report.
In a thrilling battle for supremacy, Fleming House, also known as House 3, tallied 603 points, narrowly edging out Old New House, which finished second with 597.5 points to be crowned the 2025 Elmore Stout High School Inter-House Champions. Carlisle House took third place with 594.5 points, while LETTSOME House placed fourth with 591 points, making for one of the closest finishes in recent history. The Victorious Lodorum title was jointly shared by Mackenzie Crabb and Danielle Clark, who both amassed 50 points in outstanding performances across multiple events. Meanwhile, the Victor Lodorum Award was also shared, with Caden Freites and Bryson Walters both securing 48 points each, showcasing their all-around athletic abilities. The competition saw electrifying races, field events, and intense rivalries as student athletes put on an impressive display of speed, strength, and endurance in pursuit of championship glory. Take a look at some of those highlights from the 200-meter events.
And they're off. Clean start on the 15 girls 200-meter run. Too early for me to call. They're looking pretty good coming off the bend. I see a lot of blue on top. House number 2, I'm seeing you guys on the inside. House number 4, but I see house number 2 on the outside. Morgan doing it big in lane number 8 on the inside. That's lane number 2. Desiree McMaster, Jacolia Jones, house number 2. Who's gonna take it? Seems like Morgan on the outside doing it again, representing the big bad blue. It's a clean start, 200-meter run. I see Fleming House out on top, eating up a lot of real estate. That's Fleming out on top, doing it big. Bryson Walters hitting that straight away first. Bryson Walters, big hands, big feet. Sebastian trying to close, but it's all Bryson Walters taking it from line to line. Lane number 7, give him a hand, guys. It's a clean start on the 17 girls 200-meter run. That's Crab on the inside, green top, black bottoms, LETTSOME House doing it big. Mackenzie Crab, versatility. The 200-meter run following in her father's footsteps. That's Mackenzie Crab, house number 1. Lane number 5, pushing through to the line, guys. Cheer her on. Gives the point at the end. There goes. Logan takes second. Thomas takes third. George. And they're off. The big guy, Tiandre Fred, house number 2, blue top, black bottoms, out on top, running for that time, lane number 7. Keep your eyes on the inside. House number 2, Tiandre Fred doing it big. Lane number 7, Marquise on the inside, but it's all Tiandre Fred. Line to line, running for the time. There you have it, guys.
Fred was flying. Fred was flying in that.
And they're off. Clean start, 18-plus girls, 200-meter run. Denise Clark, Shira Stout. They're out. Trevenise Johnson up on top. The Clark making her move. Shira Stout on the inside. Clark on the outside. Who's going to take it? Mano y mano.
Shira's in control.
Denise Clark looking good. Shira Stout making her move. Denise pushing. Denise Clark. And it's a clean start. 18-plus boys, 200-meter run. Exactly as I said, Wood is out up top. Jaden trying to close. Carter hits the straightaway first.
Here he goes, coming down the line. This looks like it's tight. It's going to be a tight one. Here comes Jaden's going to take it. Marion's coming. It's going to be the end. Who is it? Oh, like Mario got that one.
With another memorable edition of the Elmore Stout High School Inter-House Championships now in the books, Fleming House celebrates their well-earned victory, while the other houses will undoubtedly look forward to next year's showdown. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
And viewers, with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. Francis LETTSOME Primary School has taken a slim 4-point lead in the 2025 Inter-Primary Athletics Championship preliminary events, setting the stage for an intense final competition later this month. More in this report.
Francis LETTSOME Primary School holds a narrow lead in the 2025 Inter-Primary Athletics Championships with 69 points, just 4 points ahead of Enid Adams Primary School, according to standings released by the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports. The results cover the first 11 events of this year's competition and show a tight race developing among the territory's schools, like Willard Wheatley Primary School and Ebenezer Thomas Primary School, who are tied for third place with 42 points each. The championship, which began with preliminary events, will conclude with finals scheduled from March 26th to March 28th at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground. The competition begins at 9 a.m. each day. Brigado Flax Educational Center rounds out the top 5 with 37 points, while Joyce Samuel Primary School holds 6th place with just over 30 points. 19 schools are competing in the annual event, which showcases young athletic talent across the British Virgin Islands. The 3-day event will feature traditional track and field events like sprints, relays, and field competitions appropriate for primary school athletes. Officials are encouraging community members to attend the competition days and support the young athletes. Jacko Wooding, 284 News.
And also in the world of sports, the Walyuls Football Club continued their dominant run in the BVI Football Association's National Football League last weekend, securing a 2-0 victory over 4th place Lionheart FC at the Greenland Football Field in East End on Sunday, March 9th. More in this report.
The reigning champions Walyuls Football Club continue to sit atop the standings undefeated with 39 points, 4 clear of their nearest challengers, Virgin Gorda United. Goals from Kieran Bong in the 33rd minute and Craig Tulloch in the 73rd minute ensured Walyuls maintained their impressive form. Their well-organized attack and resilient defense proved too much for Lionheart, keeping the challengers at bay throughout the match.
As the Islanders, the Walyuls rather. Heavy tackle comes in from the captain. Heavy tackle once more, but ball reflect and going out to the wing. Send the cross, so he's there at the end of it. Good ball inside. Marcus is there at the end of it. Marcus, oh my goodness, he's in the middle. The player number 18 is here, but seeing as though he have an injury, good playing here by is inside. Knocked back out one time. Really working from the back. Number 4, diagonal, trying to find Marcus. Gilbert is there, but the ball going over him. And this one could be trouble. This one could be problems. Oh my God. Number 16, looking for some help. Tapped it inside and find number 8. Number 8, good building up here once more. Back to number 16. Between 2 players, find Marcus by himself. He's in the box, tapped it inside. Who is there? Once more. Oh my goodness, making it. Trying to find Cheche, but number 5 getting the better of him. Knocked it back inside, find Phil. Phil with the ball. Knocked it inside nicely. Find Marcus. Find Hugo. This one could be trouble. Oh my goodness. Good playing here. It's a goal. It's in the middle. It was building up all the while. And finally the ball back inside. Walyuls really squeezing them. Number 20. Just outside the box. Spreading on the right. Knocked it inside once more. Who's on the end of it? Shot comes in. It's in the back of the net. It's a goal. Walyuls going ahead once more. Yeah, 2 goals.
Earlier at Greenland, Islanders FC earned a crucial 2-0 win over Positive FC in a tightly contested battle. Sixth place Islanders capitalized on key opportunities, with Novar Gordon breaking the deadlock in the 63rd minute before Roger Noel secured the victory with a stoppage time goal in the 5th minute of stoppage time. The win helps Islanders close in on the mid-table pack as they continue their push for a higher legal standing.
Number 15 still in control, work and deal. Find number 23. Number 23 to find who? Number 10. Number 10 still in control of the ball. Beautiful pass to number 21. Cut out there by Haitian. Haitian try a shot and goal. And beaut over the ball, over the cross. Beautiful pass to Positive. Wonderful taken there. Back to... And a kick over the goal post, number 14. Number 25. Positive have a chance here. Positive still in control. Positive still have a chance. Beautiful pass to number 25. Positive is inside the 18. And Positive come across. And here's a ball wall to lick to hard and bring it back on the inside. And number 14. Number 14 still in control. Number 14. Beautiful football by Chinny. And it can be here. And Chinny put the one on the outside. A quick show. And this could be it. This could be it. Goal! Beautiful pass to Brute. Brute picking it up for Islanders. Brute spin, turn. Brute still in control, bringing it in the middle. Brute still in control. And a beautiful pass there to who? And goal!
Saturday's match at Greenland featured an intense showdown between Panthers FC and One Love United, ending in a dramatic 2-2 draw. Colin Lavia put One Love ahead in the 27th minute before Nigel Sanderson, who leads the league with 25 goals, equalized for Panthers in the 33rd minute. The action intensified in stoppage time when an own goal by Jaquan Sangahu restored One Love United's lead 2-1 in the 2nd minute of added time. However, just a minute later, Rickson Augustine rescued a crucial point for Panthers with a late equalizer.
Devon, get there first. Out to the defender. Defender knocked it inside. Number 14. Trying to the side. Oh, couldn't get a foot on it. Knocked it over to One Love. One Love. Tapping it nicely. Number 30. Ball on the wing once more. Let's see. Oh my, this one could be problems. Shot comes in. Oh my goodness. A lovely shot, running shot. Parkins had no chance. And the ball is into the back of the net. Sooner or later, Justin, number 13. Send a long ball down. Good ball. Pablo is there who headed it out. Not too far. Number 14. Tapped it out and find number 7. Number 7. Trying to find his player. Nice ball here once more. Oh my goodness, this one could be trouble. This one could be problem. Oh, and he's knocked it inside. It's into the back of the net. It's a goal. There where he's strong. Finishing. Come on. Knocked it inside. Let's see. The keeper is there by himself. So just pull it down. Take it on the second attempt and roll it out. Find who? Number 24. Josh. Josh using his speed up the flank. Josh taking it to the Panthers. Josh still with the ball. Almost into the box, push it inside, loses it back to Josh, just tapped it over, could be trouble! Shot comes in, and it's sent to the back of the net, oh my goodness! Reflected off of one of the guys' boots and into the... Whistle goes once more, Panthers. Careful, number 27, pushing it out, find number 7 on the flank, number 7, taking it to the One Love, number 7. Coming through, oh my goodness, number 7 still behind of it. As he's just going through like hot knife going through butter, coming through, send it across, where is there? Number 14, it's a goal! He hits it over there of Ricardo. Ricardo couldn't get it, and we are even Steven here at the recreation going once more.
Panthers, Lionheart FC, and One Love United are now level on 27 points in the league standings, with goal difference being the only separator among the 3 clubs as the competition tightens. Meanwhile, over at the Virgin Gorda Recreation Ground, both scheduled matches were abandoned due to concerns over pitch conditions. Old Madrid FC and Rebels FC, both Tortola-based teams, opted not to play, resulted in automatic victories for Sugar Boys FC and VG United, who were awarded 3 points each. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
And that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Jacko Wooding and I'll see you again next week, so have yourself a safe and enjoyable weekend. Goodbye.